Good morning, YouTube. It's your boy Thomas, and I am back today with another video. Today we're going to be looking at the Jordan 1 Dark Marina Blues, maybe comparing them to this little pair of shoes and seeing what we like about them, what we don't like about them. I think it's mostly positives here today, folks, but let's get right into the video. So this shoe was one of those sneakers, Jordan, access type of things. As I've said before in my videos, I'm a part of a group called Checkout Club on Slack. You can find their information here. It helps you get links early, and they give out information concerning releases. As I've said before, I am a washed up sneakerhead that was semi-retired as of 2018, getting back into the game in 2022. So, I'm not as familiar with all the sneakers releases and such. The last pair of shoes I comped on sneakers before I got the Mousseline 3s was the Black Cement 4s of 2019. Yes, so a while ago. Anyway, I know these have released before and they're nothing special, but I really freaking love Jordan 1s. I know that's not a, unique opinion by any means, but there is something about this box that is really nostalgic and just reminds me of just classic Jordan brand, Even though this original Nike box is so much before my time, because I was still in the game back whenever, the Jordan logo was on everything. We didn't have that appreciation from Nike where they started to cater to the sneakerheads and giving us like the 88 Jordan 3s, with the Nike Air on the back and such. I think that was like one of the first releases that did that. With the retros, of course, but without further ado, yes, let's get into this. Something about the box coming off the top. I always liked that about the one box. I loved it. I mean, from the camera, it looks like it could be a pair of Royals, Not quite. But with my very bright ring light, they do look pretty good. Like, if we're just passing the eye test, they look much bluer in person, like darker blue. But with this freaking ring light, these look like Royals, and they're kind of making me like, oh shit. These are awesome. They're kind of getting me giddy. Like, something about the one silhouette is just different enough from the Nike Dunks that just makes it perfect. Like, I've never been a gigantic fan of the original Air Jordan logo with the wings and the basketball, but its placement and just its uniqueness, it helps, I'm just always twirling around. Nike Air on the tongue. It's a classic one silhouette. I'll have to break it down. Your circular pattern for pivoting, right? I actually balled in my ones a fair amount. I'll show them off in a second. They are the 2009 DMPs. My buddy Henry sold those to me for $160 in high school. And they're actually size 11.5, so they fit me a little big, but I've always liked that. They're just like a half size too big, maybe a size too big, but the ones, at least for me, always kind of fit really nicely. And those are the only ones that I haven't. I used to own the UNC ones, believe it or not. Or those Dunks. I'll put up a picture right there. I think they were ones though. But yeah, that's pretty much what the Dark Marina Blues look like. God, this lighting though, the overexposure of the light makes it look amazing. Laces inside, you actually get 3 pairs of laces. You get the original blues, and then you get the whites and black, which I think you should just keep blue laces on these. Maybe blacks, but let's do a quick comparison to the 2009 DMP ones, Defining Moments package. So I think I need to bring out my iPhone in a second, but as you can see, mine are very worn, and loved. They're actually dirty right now, but they've really molded to my shoe, to my foot rather. But some differences right there off the bat. You can see no Jordan logo on the new ones. Going to the, I always forget, it's radial and medial. I think this is the radial side, the outside. I think this is the wrong shoe. Yeah, they're the wrong shoe. It's okay. And then like that. So yeah, you can tell mine are a little bit too small because of the heel creasing, or the toe creasing rather, but just feeling comparison, like I almost get the feeling like the old ones just had a little bit better leather quality, but man, like, also there is a slight imperfection. Let's see if you can see it. Right there. There's a little bit of a frayed seam, but it's not too bad. And a little bit of creasing on the leather right there, but it's not too bad. That's just from shipping and, well, probably from production to be honest, but pretty good. Like, for a shoe that's as old as my car, 2009, they still look pretty good, and you can tell it's definitely bigger. Like, well, they actually look pretty similar, but yeah, the red one's taller. The Breds are taller. I do love though, like on a pair of worn shoes, on a pair of worn Breds, you can see it kind of, if I pull it back, but the midsole gets that kind of yellowing. And I think that it just looks really good with wear. I'm gonna wash these up, and soon we'll do a full collection video, which I can't wait to do that, guys. So yeah, Jordan 1 Marina Blues. I think we're just gonna keep on the, we're not gonna do the up close shots like I do on my phone, because don't really need that much more info on these guys, but pretty easy cop, when they come out with like 3 pairs at once of Jordans. It's like, okay, it's nothing hype or crazy, but it's still nice that you're able to cop. And man, one thing I've learned is just shine a bright ass light on these and they look like royals. Clickbait royals. Man, I saw a pair of fragment ones being sold on Reddit, size 9, dead stock, for $4,200, guys. That blew my mind. I knew fragments were grails and are sick. Like, I remember that release. I tried to get them, boutiques and Quick Strike, Hyper Strike, all that. I just can't imagine paying $4,200 for a pair of sneakers. I think the most I would ever pay is maybe $2,500, and that would be for a pair of like Yeezy 2s, Yeezy 1s, a pair of Dornbeckers maybe. I mean, I know I can never get my Grail Jordan, which is the Tokyo 5. Perhaps I could find one a bit used for $2,500, maybe in Japan or something. Yellow toe samples are out of the question. Maybe a pair of Oregon samples, but $4,200 for a pair of Jordan 1s. Like, how financially stable do you have to be? I mean, your net worth has to be over 6 figures. If you pay $4,200, guys, for a pair of shoes, and you're not making that much a year, or you're not worth 6 figs, you're doing it wrong, guys. Like, I'm getting back into the sneaker game, and if you're still watching, I really appreciate you. Leave a like, subscribe. But if you're paying that much for a shoe, you might be prioritizing the wrong things. In this trade, in this market, shoes go up and they go down in value. I've come back into it, and I've seen shoes that I've had in the past that have skyrocketed in value. It's like, oh shit, I should have just held on to that shoe forever. But with when you see a shoe on the higher end, like, that is reaching those heights, like, that person is doing the right thing by selling, you know, by selling that shoe for $4,200. But if you really want that shoe, like, buying it at that top price is not what you need to do. Like, if you really want a Grail that's that expensive, like, get it used and restore it yourself. Sell a bunch of shoes to pay for it, or get into some side hustles that will afford you that release, or that drop, that stumbling for words, that Grail, I suppose. But yeah, it just is crazy to look at what the greater collectibles market is today. You know, I said it before in a video, I'm getting into antiques as well. Was able to get this bad boy from my stepdad this weekend, Easter. Check this out, guys. This is a presidential tray, right? That's William McKinley. I'm talking about 1890s, you know? This is what I'm buying. Well, I got this for free, but this is what I'm trying to sell. Stuff like this. Learning about the value of some real antiques. Because as much as we sneakerheads tell ourselves that these are investments, it's not wrong. Certain shoes are investments, but like a pair of Dark Marina Blues will never, ever, ever reach the heights of a Fragment 1, of a Yeezy 2, for a multitude of reasons, mostly supply and demand. That's the simplest reason. There's a lot of supply and a medium amount of demand. Shoes that are truly antiques or valuable are, you know, the original Nikes, which are barely antiques now because they're less than 100 years old. They will be. But shoes that were never stored dead stock by collectors are the ones that are actually going to be valuable. Because now, every Tom, Dick, and Harry is getting the newest Jordan and putting one pair on ice and taking another pair to sell right now or to keep or to wear. You know, everyone is stocking the Union Passport release. Do you know how many dead stock pairs of Union Passports there will be available in 10 years? There's going to be a lot. Now, that's not saying that they won't still be valuable, because they will. That shoe will still be desirable, likely, depending on how much dunks continue to be in vogue, which is not forever, right? You know, back when I was collecting shoes for the first time, Nike basketball was highly collectible. LeBrons, Kobe's, KD's, all those shoes were very sought after. And they aren't anymore, really. Some are. You know, the Kobe, God, what was that pack that Kobe had? The Prelude pack. Now, those were some collectible Kobe's that were very highly sought after, and still are, I believe. But, you know, like the LeBron 9 Big Bang release this year, and that's like my LeBron Grail. I still haven't picked a pair up, but I think if I still want to get one, I want to get the original release, because to me that's the one that has value as a collector, as a fan of shoes. And a shoe like that, like, man, I want to wear it, but I also like think putting a shoe like that on ice would be cool, because looking at sneakers now, there will be some pairs that will be highly, highly valuable forever. The Nike Air Yeezy 2 Red October is going to be so highly sought after forever. Man, if you got a pair for like $5,000 in the past, you could sell that for like $15,000 now if it's dead stock. You know, that shoe will continue to rise in value. Paris Dunks will continue to rise in value. Certain samples, but the moral of this whole aside is shoes like this, to make money on shoes like this, the Dark Marina Blues, quick flips, guys. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. But I think for me, the benefit that I'm getting from getting these shoes, selling them, reviewing them, is I get to experience all of the passion and all the enjoyment of sneaker collecting, and I'm not just doing this for the money at all. I'm a true sneakerhead at heart and will be comping shoes for myself, you know? All in due time, y'all. Hope you enjoyed watching. Kind of a long video today, but I really had some things to talk about. So, hope you all have a great day. Peace and love. Later.